Today we're going to be looking at a very sought out question, and a question that has been asked for the last couple thousands, if not millions of years. Would Komi be able to stand her ground against Yujiro Hanma? Now you might be wondering, what in the actual hell is this kind of comparison? And how is someone like Komi, a literal teenager, supposed to fight someone like Yujiro Hanma, which has been shown to stop earthquakes with his strength, walk through bulletproof glass, and to find the answers, we need to look into their power scaling. Now, power scaling is something that every anime has, whether it be Naruto, Jujutsu Kaisen, or the other anime. Power scaling is self-explanatory. It is the way that the power scales. There's not much to it, actually, that's pretty much it. It's basically a scale that shows how powerful someone can be or is. And to be completely honest, I'm kind of stupid, so I'm going to use the easiest thing I found, something called joules. Now, from the research that took me about 5 minutes to complete, not actually, but still, I have found that the average person produces around 100 joules per punch. And I also found that a bullet shot by a gun produces an average of 600 joules. What kind of gun? Well, you might be wondering. I actually have no idea, but just the average bullet produces around 600 joules, so we're going to pretend it's a handgun. Oh wait, no, yeah, it is. It's a handgun. Well, I can't believe I got that right. Anyways, now these are just examples so you have an idea how strong things that are meant to hurt us are in joules. So now how strong is both of them compared to joules? Now, in order to find out how strong they are in joules, we're going to have to look into their feats in order to calculate how strong they really are. First up, the challenger, Komi Shouko, or Shouko. I actually have no idea how to pronounce it. And yes, she is the challenger because she wanted the fight. Now, you might be wondering, what the hell is a high schooler gonna do? Now, believe it or not, in the very first opening, we get to see two moments where she shows her true powers that she's been hiding from her classmates. The first one is the moment when she's falling off the clouds, as you can see here in this video. Now, I wasn't sure if I should measure the part where you couldn't see her past the clouds, which meant that she might have been higher. Clouds usually show up around 20 to 45,000 feet in the air. And most commercial airplanes fly 30 to 40,000 feet in the air, which sometimes pass through clouds, so we're going to scale it off that. And that's going to be explained later in the video, but for now, the clouds. Now it looks like she lands somewhere near the track area, but that's not important. As you can clearly see, she was able to survive this fall, because the video I just showed you was not even 5 seconds into the actual opening, which means everything else must have happened after. But we're going to give everyone the benefit of the doubt, and we're going to say that she died. Yes, she died. But guess what? This is also shown in opening 2, which means that everything that happened in opening 2 is after season 1, which shows that Komi is very much alive after this happened, which means that she somehow survived a fall from 40,000 feet in the air. This most likely also meant that she took 0 damage from the fall, because in no moment was she injured or shown to be injured after this opening. This means that her muscles must be made out of fucking titanium, because what the hell? Actually, her bones must be made out of titanium, and her muscles should have been able to absorb all this power, because in no moment in the anime does it show that she actually broke the outside area of the school. It doesn't show her paying anything or any kind of reparations or any kind of damage from that area, which most likely means that she tanked all that power. Then this means only one thing: she might be part of the My Hero Academia anime. Why? Because of Nomu. A lot of people might not remember, but this character was able to absorb all the energy given to him. So wouldn't this technically mean that Komi has nullification, because none of the damage that she ever received from the fall was ever shown to affect anything in the area of the place? Oh, by the way, this landing caused around 1 million joules in energy. So that means she at least is strong enough to tank 1 million joules of energy to her body. This means that Komi is on Nomu level of strength. But is she really? In order to find this out, we need to go to the next feat she had. This part of the opening, you can see that she jumps up and she causes so much force in her jump that it pushes away all the chairs in the area. She isn't shown to jump very high, but we do not know her limitations on how high she can jump yet. The hundreds of thousands of joules needed to do this is insane. It is estimated at least 100,000 joules is needed to do this kind of feat. And call me crazy, but a little bit of her slows down while the rest of the chairs keep moving. And now, maybe one of the biggest feats of all. Keen-eyed people would have noticed the fact that she kind of slows down while the rest of the classroom still goes in the same speed. Does this mean she has super speed, or she can slow down time? And to answer this, we have to watch opening number 2. Actually, we can also see this in opening number 1. What might I be referring to? Well, I am referring to the part where she teleports. Yes, you heard me right, teleports. You might be calling it a stretch, but if you see clearly in this opening, frame by frame, exactly right after she's done, you can clearly see her moving from one place to another instantaneously. Her position is the exact same which means that she teleported instantaneously when this happened. And people might be like, oh, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. That's just an opening. Well, you can clearly see it in opening 1 and 2. And you might be wondering, what proof do you have to back this up? And I bring to you this. Yes, this. From feat number 1, she's shown to be able to teleport because there's no other way she would have gotten high above the clouds in order to do this. There's clearly no plane in the sky. There's clearly nothing on her that shows that she was jumping off a very high altitude, being safe like a parachute. This shows that the only way she could have been up there is because she teleported up there. Now, I don't know how she activates it or how this happens, and there's probably more proof in the show somewhere, but I'm kind of basing this off 2 openings. If you find more proof that she's supernatural and she has superpowers, feel free to leave it in the comments and I will make an updated version of this list, or should I say video. This is basically faster than light speed, as light speed rounded up is 300,000 meters per second. To put it in perspective, in order to circle around the whole entire Earth, Komi breaks this limit and she goes past that by instantly teleporting anywhere, which means that her opponents are going to have a very hard time trying to hit her. There might be even more feats in the manga or in the story or in the anime, but it has been a long time since I've seen it. So leave a comment if you want me to make an updated video again. But I think these 3 feats are enough to move on to the next person. Yujiro Hanma. Now, Yujiro is shown to have stopped earthquakes with his strength and has enough power to walk through a bulletproof glass, but his biggest weakness is the speed he has. Sure, it has been shown that he's pretty fast as lightning, but even lightning has travel time. He also has a clip of him teleporting, but as you can clearly see, it takes way more than 1 frame in order for him to finish his travel, compared to Komi's instantaneous 0 travel speed teleportation, which in general, that's what teleportation is, no travel speed at all. It's instantaneous, but others might think that this is a tie. There is only one problem. Komi isn't invincible. Sure, she can handle millions of joules from a fall, but as we can see here, she can also get hurt from a basic fall. So this only leads to one thing. Her feet might be what are invincible, as you can clearly see, and it starts and ends with her feet. One is because she jumps off of them, and the other one is because she lands on them. So even after all this means that Komi can still get hurt. Does that mean that she can't do anything? Or she has no chance against Yujiro? No, in the series you can also see that Yujiro gets hurt by Baki, which is also a teenager, even though he has his own feats too. The force required isn't as crazy as Komi's force. Komi still beats most of his feats. So I would say that in a realistic battle between Komi and Yujiro, Komi would only need to teleport around him in order to kick him. The same can honestly be said about Yujiro Hanma, about him just going as fast as he can to hit Komi. But as we all know, teleportation is way faster than him. The only issue is that hitting Komi is probably going to be impossible because of the fact that she can just teleport instantaneously. Many people can argue that it will probably be a stalemate at this point. But honestly, if Komi just keeps her guard up and keeps teleporting as fast as she can, and also throwing some good kicks in there, she probably has a better chance as Yujiro isn't as fast. The only thing that I can see is that Komi's strength comes from her legs or feet. The only thing I can see Yujiro doing to stop this is maybe like punching the floor in order to like cause a vibration and make her trip and fall or something. No, honestly, this looks pretty one-sided to Komi, and if not one-sided, well, honestly, this looks like a very high tie to a point where it's just a stalemate because both of them just travel fast enough to not get hit. But if anything, Komi's teleportation is going to be faster because of the fact that it's instantaneous. So what's the final verdict? Honestly, I was going to say it was a Komi win because it was going to be funny to just do all this and say all this just to like make sure Komi won. But honestly, it might just be a hard tie. But technically speaking, I guess you can say that she can have a better chance if she teleports really fast and really often, avoiding all his punches and kicks and everything that he has, and she just dishes out basically a little bit of damage here and there and here and there to the point where maybe he gets injured enough where he can't do anything. So realistically, most likely a tie. Or I could be wrong, and all my facts could be wrong. I did take like 5 minutes to research all of this. Okay, not actually, but still, you know what I mean. If there's any feats that either of them have and I didn't catch or didn't notice, please let me know in the comments below and I'll make an updated version as soon as I can. Also, I just want to say thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like and maybe even, just maybe even subscribe. All your support helps me get closer to getting that one replica of Neko Arc. Yes, you heard me right. Neko Arc statue. Yep, this is real. This is definitely real, 100% real, not Photoshop, not edited. Every like, comment, and subscriber helps me get 1% closer to this. So please help me with this. Please, I beg of you, do not ask why I need it. Thanks for watching.